Hello again, YouTube, and welcome back to the mhow9 YouTube channel. Today we're going to look at a freshwater substrate that I use every day in my aquariums. This substrate you can find at your local home center, and you can even grow some low light basic plants in it as well. So let's go ahead and head outside and take a look at what we've got. Okay, welcome back. We're now outside, and this is the product that I use. It is Quikrete all-purpose gravel. You can see here it's a 50-pound bag. It basically goes for about $4 a bag. I think I do want to show you, and kind of what turned me on to it is if you look here, it's basically good for quite a few different things. One of the things it's good for is fish ponds and aquariums. So that's what really got me started on this. I've used this for quite a while now. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how I clean it. So this is what I use to clean it. So I use a bucket, a dollar store colander, the bag of Quikrete gravel, and I use the hose with a sprayer. So we'll go ahead here and I'll show you how I do it. All right, we now have our bucket of gravel inside, ready to go into our aquarium. Next thing I want to show you real quick is another handy little trick. Is I have this little scoop. I picked this up at the hardware store. I think it was like $1 or $2, but it's really handy. So basically, what you can do is you can just really scoop the gravel and put it in. And it's also good for cleaning gravel and substrate out of tanks if you're moving them. So basically, you can just go kind of scoop it up. You know, drive it all against the side, kind of scoop it out. You don't lose a whole lot, and you get quite a bit with this. It actually has a little bit of a measuring capability as well, which, you know, you can take it or leave it, I guess. But this is the scoop. So we'll, real quick, you know, you can just scoop some out of here, and then you just kind of follow it along, and okay, we now have our substrate in the 90-gallon tank. We do have it full of water. So as you can see, it is a bit cloudy still, even though we washed it off. There's a canister filter running in the tank right now as well. So once that filter takes care of everything, it'll be cleared up and the water will be the temperature. But you can see there that the gravel is in. It's not too bad in terms of cloudiness, but it is cloudy. You do want to let it sit for probably overnight. Let it run, and we'll check back in tomorrow morning and see how it looks. Welcome back. It is the next morning now. As you can see now, the tank's cleared up pretty well, so the filter has gotten it pretty clear now. Still a tiny bit foggy. So one last thing I do want to show you is some of the tanks I do use this in. So I've really used this in almost all of my freshwater tanks. So let me go take a look and I'll show you probably the best examples of where I used it. All right, the first tank we're going to look at that I use this in is the discus tank. This is the same substrate. I've had this tank running in various forms for over a year, probably about a year and a half now. And the discus have done fine in here with this. No ill effects at all. All right, so now we're at the last tank I'm going to show you. I just kind of want to show you that it does grow plants. I do apologize for the glass in this tank, but this is the same substrate that I use. It's got Vallisneria in here and it's doing quite well. I transplanted this when I moved all the fish out here, but it does look pretty good in here as well. So I can, like I said, you can use this to grow plants. You know, I wouldn't put, you know, really high-tech plants in this, but for, you know, what it is, it works pretty well. Well, that concludes today's video discussing the DIY substrate. I hope you all have found this information useful and helpful. If you have, please like and subscribe to the channel. It does help out a lot, and I do appreciate it very much. Once again, this is the MHOW 9 channel, and we will talk to you again in our next video.